Hi everybody, I'm Patrick from Patrik Boards and would like to introduce you to our speed range. We have the biggest range in speed boards on the market. The biggest size we have is a 53 centimeter wide one. We have a 48, a 43, a 39, and this is our last model, the 37 one. Speed is not just about top speed. It's also in competition, it's about the average from 500 meters. So one of the most important thing, of course, is to have the least area wetted surface in the tail possible, but be careful. If the area is getting a bit too small, you start tail walking. So in combination of the very small area in the tail, the rocker line and the flat area between your feet has to be right. So our boards do not have any tail kick or something because it's always difficult also to control in production. If you have 1 mil too much on the right behind the fin, it's going to be very difficult to control the board. Or the other way around, if it goes to the negative side, the board will be always sticky. So from 0 to 80, we just have a flat panel V, and depending on the size of the board, the V increases a bit more, a bit less. The front of the board is always a double concave with some side flat. This makes the board just smoother in the chop. Of course, everybody who's speed sailing always tries to find the flattest area possible, but if you're in a competition, you don't have really a choice. So when it's choppy, it's choppy. I remember back in the day in Fuerteventura, it was not just choppy, it was even wavy. So to have a board, speed board with control is always handy. What's special on our speedboard is actually the S-deck shape. We invented this deck shape area a long time ago. Of course, when you go speed sailing, you just have one direction. You go off the wind as much as possible. So basically your front foot is straight and your back foot is always a little bit bent. But to have a deck shape with a lower back foot and a higher front foot makes it possible that both of your legs are almost even. Also, when your whole body is a bit back, you feel a bit more safe. Like if you're sailing in the front, you always feel like you're catapulting. So if you're a bit more raked back, you feel more safe and you always feel like you can go for more. New on our whole range of speedboards is the recessed deck. It just helps to have a bit more control, and especially when it's choppy. The lower deck in this area without actually compromising the volume too much. So you can see the rail shape is still the same. It's just right there where the mast track is, there's a recess. We had this already sometimes on our custom boards, but depending on the course, it's not always convenient. So if a bit more squarish course, I actually rather like the mast track a bit higher, but you can actually play around with the mast foot. There are mast foots from different brands. They are a bit higher or a bit lower. So of course you can always go higher but not lower. That's why we decided to have our mast track lower on the on all the sides of our range. The insert positions are just the minimal which is needed. Of course, on the very small boards we just have one strap in the back, because it's so narrow the tail that you can hardly place your foot, but this is what makes it fast. And the bigger boards have the straps in the back a bit wider apart, to still have the heel power on the outboard. Especially this 37 centimeter wide size is coming off of one of my prototypes, which I used in Lüderitz myself. The difference is that my board was a bit shorter, but I do not have a problem to start very short boards, so we made the production board a little bit longer, but let's say 8 cm, but all the rest of the board is exactly identical to my custom board. I hope you enjoy and you like our speed boards, and if you are planning to go to Luderitz, do not forget about the Get Red one.